Mastering life on a physical level, the 7 universal laws that are set in stone, that happen around us, whether we understand it's happening, whether we believe that it's happening, it is there. Out of the 7, there are 4 laws that are immutable, meaning unchanged, can't be changed. It's there. it's not going anywhere. It's still happening. And then there's 3 that is mutable, which basically means, yeah, they're set in stone, but we have the choice and we have the power to still rise above. And so that ultimately that we can just become the best version of ourselves. And that's what we care about, right? That is the ultimate goal here, so that you can become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, Growth Family, to the Mindset Series, episode 8 on the 7 universal laws. I'm really excited to kind of dive into this because this is something that at first I wasn't quite sure of, and I just didn't really make much sense of it. But I devoted all of 2019 to be my educational year, and that was the year that I really put myself through a personal growth program, which I am creating to help you guys and to help other people kind of grow. But I found that these 7 universal laws, it really created that sense of understanding of myself and, mankind, human behavior, and just really life on a physical level, and kind of, understanding that, hey, we all have a gift. We all have a purpose. There's things that are happening and aligning around us, and all this energy and frequencies that we just might not be aware of, but that is okay. I devoted all of last year to do my education, to self-cultivate, so that I can find ways to help myself grow. And in return, it turned into this. It turned into the mental and physical coaching experience, which is my business, where I help people grow mentally and physically. Along with this understanding and researching the 7 universal laws, I went back and I wanted to understand the minds of the wise in the 1800s. I really wanted to understand the Bible, and I really wanted to understand human behavior, like times in the ancient, like what was going on in ancient history, and just really just having an understanding of life, because that helped me have a better understanding of my life and my place and my purpose and kind of what's going on in my life. So hopefully that can help you guys. And, for this video, for all the other videos, do your own research. Definitely listen and retain information to help you grow in the present moment, but do your own research so that you can have a better gut feeling of the information that you're receiving with anything. These videos, social media, like whatever that looks like, even in school, just do your own research. Feel comfortable with the information that you're inputting. I'm just gonna dive in. The first law is the law of mentalism, and I understood that as being mind power. So there is like one single universal mind that creates all other mind power, and I look at that as being God, right? So there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of frequency, and the universe is huge, and it is all just kind of one mind. So as we manifest and we're sending our energy, our mind power, as we're sending that, when we're receiving things back, and then that becomes our reality. And to kind of help us, you change the way you think, you change the way you live. That's coming full circle, that's coming back. You reap what you sow. The energy that you're sending is the energy that you're receiving. To put it into simple terms, your mindset or your reality is a manifestation of your mind. Let me say that one more time. Your reality is a manifestation of your mind. So law number 2 is the law of correspondence. So there is harmony, agreement, and correspondence between the physical, the mental, and the spiritual realm. So all is one, and all is God. Again, that is what I believe in. And it connects to the law of mentalism, as we're all one being, we're all connected. Even, between you and the person beside you, we're still connected through energy. Our mind, body, soul, spirit, that is huge. That is super important to understand the alignment of it. So they all kind of come in, collaborating, building that community together. Then law number 3 is the law of vibration. So the law of vibration is your thought power. So the law of mentalism is your mind power. The law of correspondence is understanding that everything kind of works together. Now the law of vibration is understanding that our thought like in general, just a thought is just energy, in that we're all moving at different frequencies and all of our energies is moving at different times, and that's just showing how powerful it is. So again, with the mind power, the similar as our thought power, what we think becomes our reality. And this is where the law of attraction comes in, because like energy attracts like energy, right? So the energy that we're sending is what we're going to receive. If we're relating this to a relationship, I find that this is the perfect example for this. When we're in a relationship and we're upset, like, oh, I keep messing with these F-boys, I keep messing with these bad boys, like that's not the type of guy that I want, or I keep getting screwed over, or for a guy, these girls, they just keep using me, blah, 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 blah. Well, really stop and take the time to think like, okay, what kind of energy am I giving? Am I attracting these type of people? Am I low-key asking for that? Am I going out and putting myself in situations where, okay, boom, only athletes are gonna see me, and then we're attracting athletes, and then we're like, like that's not what I want, or he cheated on me, or whatever that looks like. Again, within your own life, really take some time to think about it. What are we attracting? Who are we attracting into our life? What kind of energy are we attracting based on the thoughts that we're thinking and the actions and behaviors and attitudes that we have on our own life? How does that work? Relationships, I like to say, and I've heard other people say this, that relationship is just like a mirror. The things that start to piss you off that this other person is doing, well, hey, maybe that's what I'm doing, or maybe that's what I'm giving, or maybe that's the energy that I'm causing. Again, it's just a general thought process. Just take some time to think about your life and the type of energy and vibrations that's kind of coming at you. Law of attraction, that's a really good thing to look up. When we're talking about emotions, think about not just our thought is a vibration, but our emotion is a vibration, and that can be good or bad. Think about the two strongest emotions: unconditional love and hate, right? Unconditional love, it is really hard to love, but I believe that once you do love, it is way more powerful than hate. And we look at hate. Hate is another energy where it's easy to hate. Like, it's easy to show that negative side. It's easy to push people away and all that stuff. But once we're able to kind of overcome that, then it becomes less effective than unconditional love. Super strong emotions, super strong energy, super strong vibrations that we're sending. I think that's why when people talk about gratitude, when we're showing gratitude and we're grateful for things, then that's kind of that unconditional love for something and the unconditional gratitude for something, and then we receive gratitude back. That's when good things start happening, things start to work for us. And people kind of say like, oh, the things are aligning, like things are finally happening for me. That starts with you, that starts with your energy, that starts with your thought power, your vibrations that you are sending, and which in return may you receive. If we're gonna get into law number 4, this law is mutable. So there is some room for change in terms of rising above. So basically the law of polarity is just talking about how everything has a pair of opposites, and opposites are identical by nature. So hate and love, good and evil, up, down, everything has an opposite. But when we're talking about rising above, we can choose to be aware of what's happening, and we can choose to be one of the other end, right? It's immutable. It's a fact that everything has an opposite, but you can have a choice, and you can choose to rise above, and you can choose which side of the polarity that you want to live by, or that you want to have in your life and you want to invite. So again, yes, you can't change the fact that there's opposite of good is evil, but you can choose good over evil. You can choose positive thoughts over negative thoughts. You can choose whether you want to go up or down. You have that choice. So the universal law of polarity to me means choice, and that everything has an opposite, yin and yang, but you can choose. The law of polarity is two extremes of the exact same thing. And when we're at that point where we get to choose what side we're gonna go with, that's where, for me, faith comes in. So if we put faith behind everything, and we have that being our underlying moral compass for any choice, behavior, action, whatever that looks like, then you're helping yourself kind of stay above. You're helping yourself kind of stay on the good side of things. And again, that is choice. And you're once you have that underlying faith, whatever that looks like for you, then it helps you always focus on the good, what you put your energy towards, whether it's this side or this side, up, down, whatever extreme you're choosing, that's what you focus on. So law number 5 is the law of rhythm. So law of rhythm is basically saying that all things rise and all things fall. It's like this cycle, this rhythm that kind of goes up and down. You know, when people say that, boom, like life is a roller coaster, that is that rhythm, that natural rhythm that is happening that we're not really aware of, but good thing we have control over that. So how to rise above the law of rhythm and all things rising and falling is awareness, like self-awareness. Catch yourself. You can tell that, okay, you wake up today and today's a really good day, and then you just kind of feel your energy shifting and you start to kind of go down and you're like, well, I'm already gonna be in a bad mood, this is gonna piss me off, this is it. You can catch yourself. You can start to feel when your body is just, you start to feel low, you're having a low day, I'm starting to feel a little bit more depressed than normal, or things are really starting to bother you. We can be aware that this is happening, and then whether we're in our rise or fall, kind of like a pendulum swing, we'll just go back and forth, back and forth. It's not gonna stop, but we can choose and say, hey, I feel myself starting to get low. I feel myself starting to not be happy or just not feeling like myself. Boom, you're aware of that. Okay, what do I need to do to help myself stay at a good headspace? What do I have to do to help myself stay positive, whether that's positive talk, whether that's self-affirmation, whether that's mindfulness, gratitude, prayer, whatever that looks like for you, going for a walk, doing some body movement, doing a workout, journaling, creative visualization, creative imagery, creative expression, whatever that looks like for you. Once you start to be in tune with your body and be really self-aware of how I'm feeling, and doing those check-ins, which is so key to do those check-ins with yourself, then you can kind of realize and you can help yourself stay up here. It's possible, but really it's just that self-awareness piece. And again, with the focus and, all of the laws, we're already at law 5, all of the laws kind of intertwine, and they're all going to intertwine. What are we focusing on to help us catch ourselves within this rhythm, within this roller coaster? But not only is it about catching yourself and being aware, you have to understand it is okay. It's immutable. We all go through it. We all have good days. We all have bad days. We all have highs. We all have lows. But just being aware and catching yourself. And if you are having a super bad day and maybe you exploded on someone, your parents, your boyfriend, whatever that looks like, a friend, and just kind of, it's okay, things are gonna get better. I'm not always gonna feel like this. I'm not always gonna be at the bottom of my well. Their change is possible. I can get better if I want to. Nice. But really, just really being aware of what's kind of going on with yourself. Do those check-ins, and you can rise above. Like, you can change your bad days into a good day. Super cheesy, but super honest and super real. So allow yourself to be real. Be honest with yourself. And with this pendulum and with this, rise and fall rhythm thing, to kind of help yourself again rise above, is knowing that, hey, if I'm down, it must go up. If I'm having a really good day, hey, a bad day is gonna come, the rhythm is gonna drop, it's gonna fall, but I'm gonna be aware that it's falling, I'm gonna know that it's falling, and I'm gonna do the self-care check-ins that I need to as I start to feel it, and as I start to feel myself fall. Because then life is always gonna be a roller coaster. It's just, are you gonna be in control? Are you gonna be driving your cart, your whatever you call them on a roller coaster? You're in control. So law number 6 is the law of cause and effect. To keep it really simple, everything happens for a reason. Every thought, action, behavior, word, anything that we're putting out there, any sort of energy vibration that we're putting out there, it's setting this, this motion, right? And that is just causing the effect to come back to materialize over time. So relating this to, thought power, mind power, rhythm, all the other laws that we've talked about so far, everything happens for a reason. So really focus on the choices that we're making and the thoughts that we're choosing to make, the decisions that we're making. Because what we give, again, is what we get. What we reap is what we sow. Everything happens for a reason. So really just take things that happen to us, again, with a grain of salt. If something bad happens, hey, there's a reason, there's an underlying reason, and it might not have anything to do with you. It could have something to do with something else, someone else completely, and it's just, okay, we just aligned and we met right now, and now it's happening. So that can kind of help you not to look at things as like everything's coming down on me, everything's bad. Do those check-ins, but sometimes when we do those check-ins, it's like, oh shoot, like I did that. I created that motion. I had some negative thought process or whatever, again, whatever that looks like for you. And again, this is a mutable law, so good news, we can rise above this, and it's our focus. So if we're setting a goal for ourselves or whatever that looks like, setting our daily intentions, what energy are we focusing towards being successful at this goal, at this intention, whatever that looks like for us? Because again, cause and effect. If I'm gonna read this book, I'm setting that motion, then in return, the effect is that I'm gaining knowledge. So if I go out in life and the situation happens, talking about a self-help book, by the way, and if something happens, okay, now I'm prepared. Now I can, it's materializing, and now I know how to handle this situation. I can have control of myself. I've done these check-ins. If you watch the mindset series and you again do those check-ins and we're aware of ourselves, of our behaviors, or aware of our actions, then boom, maybe going forward, if we're getting into a relationship, we know who we are coming into a relationship. We've done that work. It's about preparing yourself and kind of setting those intentions and setting our intentions on our focus, and finding ways that kind of help us create that positive cause and effect so that we can be successful and that we can continue to become the best version of ourselves through our thoughts and our actions and everything that we have control over, so that we can control the positive energy, the good vibes, all of that good stuff that we need to be who we want to be, who we desire to be. So for our last law, it's the law of gender. And I know, I guess, especially in like 2020, gender is, a big topic for a lot of things, but if we kind of look back and we kind of, really look at the root of gender, it's basically just saying that, everything has both male and female elements. Everything, everyone, a plant, the human, whatever, everything has male and female elements to it. And once we're able to understand that and accept that, hey, I can be a guy, but there's still female elements to me, and hey, I'm a girl and there's still male elements to me, then we can have a better understanding of self. We can have a better understanding of life, because that one is immutable. That can't be changed. When you really have a good understanding of the law of gender, then really you're just setting yourself up again for success, because then when you understand that, then you understand what it means to fully be complete and accept yourself for exactly who you are and what you are. Okay, that was a lot of information, and I apologize for all of the talking, but I just really see a lot of value in understanding the 7 universal laws and understanding kind of yourself and kind of life and kind of how that is happening. So I hope this added a lot of value to you guys' life. Thank you so much for watching this video and taking the time to watch it all the way to the end. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below if you are new. New viewers are always welcome. If you're part of the Girl family, hello, welcome. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and see some value from it. Turn the notification buttons on so you don't miss any other episodes of the Mindset series. Next week, I'm really excited because it's going to be really different. I've started a new project and new ways to kind of bring people together, and starting with our beautiful, bold, strong, confident women, and we're just kind of trying to build that creative community and just kind of provide that space and those opportunities for other people to provide value and share value and kind of help other people grow, because honestly, that's what I care about, you know, being at peace and, you know, understanding yourself and growth and like it's okay to be not okay some days and all of that good stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna save it for next week. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye. See you next week. Have a blessed day.